Hello and welcome back to 16 Years and Now Kid Free. Right, I finally got everything sorted. Finally got everything sorted. Well, hopefully everything's sorted. I don't really want to be coming back again. But oh my word, what a time I've had back home. It's been... Let's get this thing out of the way. Like a bit of jewellery when you're trying to make out with someone. Make out sounds really American, that does. Oh, it's a 2CB. Sorry, very distracted. Right, anyway, I'm down in Dungeness at the Britannia Inn. That'll become apparent even more into what I have to explain. Waiting for my friend Ashley. You might have seen him behind the scenes in previous videos that I've done. But yeah, I'm meeting him and then that's it. I'm setting off. Hopefully everything's sorted, everything's done with the horse bots. Pardon me, if anybody wants to buy one, check out Facebook Marketplace and yeah, purchase it. You can see the price of it and the pictures of it there. I'm not going to go into that anymore. I've done it to death. And being back home, it's been quite stressful. Well, I wouldn't say stressful. It's just been eye-opening is what it's been. I had some brilliant times down here. When I was over with the kite surfers, staying over at Taylor Road car park, brilliant bunch of guys and ladies and everything else. Signed my car, had a brilliant night at the George Inn, some live music there, met up with some old people that I knew. Don't worry, I'll keep looking out because I'm waiting for Ashley to turn up. That was really cool. But, my word, people down here know how to moan. The original reason that I was back down here is because of people moaning about my horse box that is on my land. You know, that was a crazy thing about it, and the council got involved, so, you know, that's all sorted. I've got that, it's up for sale, that's everything like that. And then you had, if you watched the previous video that I had to download onto Facebook, you had the one about the young girl that's about the same age as my eldest, like, you know, 16, 17. Well, my eldest 16, but 17, 18, something like that. That came up and, you know, called me a weirdo and said that I was chatting her up on Facebook. You know, one, I'm not around here. Two, I'm 39 years of age. I'm 11 years off of being 50. I'm over 20 years from being 18. You know, and it's hard enough to find people with a shared life experience of, at my age level. That's the crazy thing of it, it's maddening, why? If it's your bag and your cup of tea that you want to chat up people of that age group, then you go for it. Not in for me. I find it hard to, chat to people that are like 10, 20, 30 years older than me. They've always said, you've lived a lot of life. You have lived a lot of life. And I know I'm lucky enough that I have lived a real lot of life. I'm so lucky in that. Sorry, I had a bit of hair floating in my eye range. And I know I'm lucky that the amount of life I live, and that's the way I live life. I don't live life with flash cars, flash clothes, tattoos, jewellery, or any of that stuff. I live to travel around, to see people, to meet people. And then, of course, I was trying to find places around here to stay. And I even asked my friend Kelly, who works at the Britannia Inn, where I am now, if I can stay on the car park, because she runs the place. And she turned around and said, oh no, the warden doesn't let us. That's how bad it is down here, that even the wardens control where you can and can't park. And it gets even worse than that. So I've been, going between the campsite that you saw me in Romney Meadows, a lovely little campsite, bit pricey, hence the reason I only spent 2 nights there. There's another campsite that I stay in, but I'm not going to mention that because hopefully if I have to come home, and I'm dreading if I have to, I'm not going to mention that one because it's my little hidey hole away from everyone. I have mentioned it in a video a long time ago, over a month ago. If it's in YouTube, it's going to be about 2-3 months ago because that's how far behind I am. And then between that, I've been staying on my friend Becky's driveway. And I stayed one night. I stayed outside my own house, where I've rented it out, and I've stayed outside there. And another time, I've been, parked up outside Old Romney. And then yesterday morning, what happened? I get a message, and the top line of the message, when you look at your phone, you only see a certain part of the message, is I've just had the police on the doorstep from my tenant. I'm like, oh my god, heart attack, ran into it. They came round asking about somebody sleeping rough in their car. Somebody sleeping rough in their car. on my own doorstep. I have been so many places around the UK, and the first time that the police have had someone has been contacted about someone supposedly living rough was when I was staying at home. You know, I've lived there for over 17 years. You know, everybody knows me with a name like Garth and, of course, Burkhart. It's a unique name, a very unique name. And with my car being just as unique, as you've all seen the writing down it and people were signed it, somebody had to complain around where I live about a rough sleeper, even though it's obviously I'm not a rough sleeper. I am someone that's going around the UK, and yeah, I've come back home to sort out about people moaning, and that is it. That it drives me to the end. I cannot hack being round here with people that just moan. We live in such a beautiful area, and they just have to moan. Lucky enough, you know, the people, the police officers said, "Oh, do you know of this Garth? He's apparently sleeping rough in his car." And he's like, "What? With 16 years and now kid-free written down the side?" And like, yeah, that's the one. It's like, no, he's travelling around the UK. He's just come home to sort his horse box out. And they're like, "Oh, fair enough. We're just making sure it's okay." So, top guys to the officers. Fair enough. You know, they have a complaint. They have to back it up. But it does really, and that's the bit that really gets to me, is the people that really need the police to be there for them didn't have the police there for them because somebody needed to moan. Just because somebody else is doing something that, you know, that goes out of what you would do, and you feel jealous. And a lot of people around here are like that. Just because you choose to do something with your life and go out there and search out, you know, the area and the life and UK and everything like that, they have to moan about it just to try and, you know, bring you to being unhappy. Yeah, and it's the same as that young girl having to say about, "Oh, I tried it on with her and, you know, I'm doing something, we have to bring him down a peg or two." No, you don't. Why don't you reach up in life? Stop trying to get everybody that, you know, is doing more with their life and bring them back down just because you're unhappy with your life. It's craziness. I didn't really want it to be a rant, because, yeah, I have had some fun times, as I said, with the kite surfers, you know, with Austin and Becky and their friends in the Georgian, chatting away to them, and they signed my car as well. Having that lovely burgers from Mama's Hut. I've learned it now. And I put it on the local Facebook page of here called The Real Marsh Watch. If you ever want to have a giggle and see how much people moan, go on to The Real Marsh Watch. Oh, excuse me, it's craziness, you know, how much people moan. But yeah, and the lady that serves there or owns it with her, I'm not too sure how it all goes together, said, "Oh, thank you, you know, for putting it up," even though you've got other people that are saying other messages, but that's the way it is. But yeah, I've got this, excuse me, yeah, every time I come back here, all my sinuses, everything just flares up, and I know that isn't a very nice thing. But yeah, I'm doing this last little meet up with Ashley, and that is it. I am heading off. I'm not going to tell anybody where I'm heading off to, but I'm heading off again, and hopefully this time everything is sorted and I should not have to come back home again. I am so hoping, because I don't want to deal with this stress again. I don't want to be told that you can't park somewhere. I don't want to have someone saying, "Oh, you're chatting me up." Believe me, I'm not interested. You know, it's called 16 years and now kid-free for a reason. I don't want the risk of procreation at all. Yeah, I want to go out there and be free. For the first time in 16 years, I've looked after my girls. And for the last 7 years, I was a single full-time parent. You know, all blessing to Leah that came out of my adventures. But she wants to be a teenage girl now. So I totally understand that. And now I'm having 1 year to myself. And for, you know, for the last 3 months, 3 weeks of it, I've had to spend coming back home. Fair enough, 1 week of that. No, so 2 weeks I've had to come home to sort out stuff. 1 week was come back and see Nan. She's a brilliant lady, and, you know, I would do that every time her, and she knows I will. But yeah, oh my word. You know, I'm looking around here and everybody, you know, looks so happy because they're visiting an area. And just like Craig always says, it's, you know, an area isn't particularly bad. It's when you've lived there for a certain amount of years, like 5, 6, 7 and onwards years, that it's people that you end up knowing that make a place not nice. And it's just craziness. It is just, beyond craziness. It really is. I just, I cannot believe it, you know. Less than 2 weeks of being down here, and, you know, it's just been nothing but moan, 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 moan. But other than that, hopefully by the time I set off, I'll be somewhere different. And yeah, I'll be back with my amazing smile back on my face, doing some mad adventures, doing mad sort of stuff, and that's what I'm really into, and that's what I really want to do. So yeah, hopefully when you see me on the next video, I'll be far away from here, doing something mad, doing something stupid, eating something that you're most really going to moan about. No, you won't moan about it. Everybody takes the mick on here, but other than that, yeah, it's time to move on. It really is time to move on. If you want to check out about my thoughts of the West Country, check out my YouTube video that I posted on Facebook. If you're over on Instagram, you will have to come over to Facebook or go onto YouTube on 16 Years and Now Kid Freak to check them bits out. But other than that, check it out. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a follow, tell a friend, you know, and everything like that. But as I always say, take it easy, keep adventuring, and love you, bye.